Hey guys, I know like this video quality sucks right now, but there's something that I have to get off my chest. So basically right now, I know this, I'm trying to find a good angle. So basically right now I'm supposed to be sleeping, it's 12:43, and I can't sleep. So remember how I made that video about why I can't sleep? This just looks really weird. I'm using this crappy little lamp right here. Yeah. I'm using that thing because, wait, that was really ugly. So I'm using that thing because it's dark outside because it's 12:44 in the morning. But anyways, I can't sleep right now. So you know how I made that video about why I can't sleep? Is none of those reasons right now. This time is actually something serious. So, I can't sleep because I found a roach in my room. Yeah, a cockroach. So, I have this thing called Katsaridaphobia, which is basically the fear of cockroaches. I just really don't like them. I don't care what size it is, I don't like them. So this roach was about like this big? Yeah, sitting on my ceiling. So I was downstairs doing nothing all day, like usual. I come upstairs and I find a roach on my ceiling. And you know what? I blame this completely on my brother because I keep my door closed at all times. Because I have the fear of roaches. So I feel like if I keep the door closed, they're less likely to come into my room. Now, like, I know they can just slip through the door. Yes, I know this. I've been told this 1,000 times. I don't care. If you see, okay, if you walk into a hallway and you see 3 doors open and 1 door closed, you're more likely to go into one of those doors that are open rather than just opening a whole new one because you don't know what's behind the door. So that's my theory. If they see a door closed, instead of having to crawl, like, because they're usually on like walls and ceilings and stuff. So instead of having to crawl off of the wall or off of the ceiling and underneath my door, they're more likely to go into one that's already open. No, this one chooses to come into my room with my door closed. But my brother, he likes to leave my door wide open. Now, like, so I like to sleep in sometimes. I mean, I like to sleep in all the time, but my brother comes in and wakes me up. Because if I sleep for too long, I can get really sick from low blood sugar. So he comes in and he wakes me up. I'm like, cool, that's fine. But he leaves my door wide open. So he comes in and it's like 8 o'clock. He's like, Shanice, wake up. It's 8 o'clock. I'm like, I know. Wake me up at 9:30. 8 o'clock is too early. So he comes back, but he leaves the door wide open. So you know what time he comes back into my room? 8:30. I'm like, dude, I just said, wake me up later or don't wake me up at all. Just leave me. No, he comes back literally every 30 minutes. It won't even be 8 o'clock. He'll lie and say it's 8 o'clock. By the time I finally wake up, guess what? It just turned 8 o'clock. It's not 8 o'clock. It takes me about 20 minutes for me to fully wake up and get out of bed on a weekend. And maybe on weekdays, depending on what time. But, anyways, so he comes in, tries to wake me up, he leaves the door wide open. I'm like, dude, I keep my door closed for a reason. Are you serious? If a roach gets into my room, I know for a fact you're not going to be the one that wants to kill it. So just leave my door closed. So you know what? I was right. Guess what? When I found the roach in my room, guess who didn't kill it? Not him. We went and got my dad. And my dad I don't even think my dad killed it. He went and he hit it with a shoe. And then it fell. And my mirror has like that little black frame around it. It landed on the top of the mirror frame thing. And then he hit it again. He took he hit it with a chancla. That's what Hispanics call a flip-flop or a sandal. Yeah, it was on the ceiling. He hit it with a chancla. It fell, landed on the mirror frame thing, hit it again, and then it fell behind the dresser. And he's like, oh, it's fine, you'll live. It's probably already dead. I hit it anyways. So, once he leaves, I go and check behind the dresser. Guess what? is not there. So, now I can't sleep knowing that the thing is still alive. And I've looked everywhere for it. Because basically, next to my dresser is this little white table. And my dad thought it was a great idea to take all my shoes out of my closet and put it underneath that table out in plain sight. So now it looks like a big mess over there. So now the roach has a place for it to hide. And I have no idea where it is. I can't see it. And I've tried like shaking the dresser and banging it, shining my light from my flashlight behind and underneath the dresser, and it's nowhere to be found. So, yeah. I have this thing where I have a fear of like death and dying. So I don't like to see people and living things in general, like trees, animals, and certain bugs dying, but I don't like roaches. Like I don't like roaches. So that is probably one of the very few things that I wish to actually die. That roach. Like, it doesn't even have to be dead. It could be somewhere else in the world. Like, I don't care. As long as I don't see it, as long as I don't see it, and it's not in my sight, and it's not bothering me, I don't care where it is. It can go all the way to Japan for all I care. As long as I don't see it. It could be out. It could even be in my brother's room. I don't care. As long as I don't see it, it's not bothering me. I don't care. But it's in my room, and I know it's in here, and I already have a thing where I don't like people. I don't like people in my room in general. So to have a roach, which I already don't like being in my room, that's like a whole other level of dislike. I don't know what else to call it. That's just a whole new level of me disliking something. So, yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. So I can't sleep, and I have this thing in my room, and I don't know what to do. So, let me know in the comments below if you guys can kind of relate to this. Another thing is my brother, he also leaves the door wide open if I tell him to get something. So, it probably snuck in, I feel like it snuck in this morning, because I tell him every single morning. I'm like, boy, keep the door closed. I keep it closed for a reason. But like, sometimes I'll call him, like if I'm gonna order pizza, I call him and tell him to throw down my purse. Guess what? He throws down my purse. I come back up hours later. My door's been wide open for hours. I'm like, I keep this door closed for a reason. It's not that hard. When family members come over and we have to go to school, oh my gosh, it's a whole new struggle. He'll get up and he'll turn the light on while I'm sleeping. I'm like, dude, like, are you serious? And then he'll leave my room with my door open. I'm like, it is too early for this. Can you close my door? Can you turn off the light? Can you at least just go take your stuff and change somewhere else? Do you have to turn on the light? Like, are you serious? So, yeah. I'll probably just sleep with this lamp on if I manage to fall asleep, which I probably won't. But, yeah, I'll probably just sleep with this thing on. Because I didn't get a straight answer from the internet. I looked up if roaches like the light. And they're like, oh no, roaches are nocturnal and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, but that has nothing to do with my question. Do they like light or not? Because you usually see them in like dark places. So I'm assuming they don't like light. So I'm just going to leave this light on. I think my whole fear of roaches started when I saw this one roach in my room. So for some reason that summer, I was just getting a bunch of roaches in the house, just all over the place, because we had a flood recently. Well, it hasn't been recently, but it was recent at that time. We had a flood. So, we were just getting a bunch of roaches just popping up out of nowhere. So, I wasn't scared enough where I wouldn't kill them, but the roaches just kept getting bigger and bigger and just popping up in unexpected places. Like, I would wake up sometimes and find a big roach on my wall across from my bed, like right there. Or like I'll just be walking around, getting dressed, getting all my stuff, and I have a little, or it's not little, but I have a big Funtime Foxy plush from Five Nights at Freddy's that sits on my floor, and for some reason, they like to hide underneath the thing. So I'm walking by, and I see this thing run out towards my feet, and oh my gosh, I like lose my crap. Like, you would have to see me. But I think my main fear started when I found this one particular roach. I actually gave it a nickname. I call it the thing made of nightmares. So what happened is I was downstairs, I come back up, and it's the middle of the night, like all the time. Every single time I find a roach in my room, it has to be at night. It can't be during the day where I can actually see the thing or when I actually have time to kill it. No, it has to be right when I'm about to go to bed. So anyways, I'm about to go to bed, and I turn around and I see this big freaking roach on my dresser. And it's like, have you ever seen a hissing cockroach from Madagascar? It's like, you can see the layers of armor or skin, whatever you want to call it, is exoskeleton, fine. But you can see the different layers of it. So it's like literally on my dresser, crawling on my stuff. And I have like a chancla in my hand, and I'm standing there like this. Just like frozen in fear with this look on my face that I can't do right now. But I was just sitting there like this, frozen. And so I'm like, I have to kill this thing. Like, I have to snap out of it. I just don't like getting my hands near it. I don't mind spraying it with something. I just don't like going near the things. So I took the shoe or chancla, and I go like this and hit it. And the thing falls right in front of me, and I move out the way, and it landed on his back. That thing was so fast. It flipped from his back onto his feet and ran underneath my bed. I'm like, Mom, I'm not sleeping in there. She's like, yes, you are. It's 10 o'clock and you have school tomorrow. Go to sleep. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sleep in there. We had a guest room. I'm like, you know what? I can just sleep in there. I go to the guest room and I'm sleeping. My mom comes and wakes me up. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, sleeping. And then she's like, no, go to your own room. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sleep in there. So I go into my room and I have the chancla and I'm just like looking around. The thing wasn't there anymore. It was gone. I turn around and it is right where I said it was. Right by Funtime Foxy. And the thing is moving extra slow. And it's just like going along like this with its business. And I'm just standing like this. And I'm like, I try to hit it again, and it just went, I think it went under my bed, it like disappeared somewhere. So then I'm like, I'm not sleeping in there. So my mom comes up here with a spray. It's supposed to be like a raid barrier, which is exactly what I sprayed my room with actually a few months ago. It's supposed to last like up to a year. I sprayed it in, I think, not July, but like, it's supposed to last for a year. Anyways, it hasn't been a year. I sprayed it, and it clearly hasn't worked because there was a roach in my room. But anyways, she comes up here with the exact same spray and sprays all over my room. And she's like, there's nothing I can do about it. Now go to sleep. This is not the kind of stuff I want to deal with at like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. So I sat there, well, I didn't sit there, but I laid on the opposite side of my bed with my phone flashlight on. And I'm like, I'm not going to sleep. I literally stayed up until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. And I was playing Pokemon on my DS. So, because I don't know if it's true or not, but I think I said before, the internet never gave me a straight answer on whether or not roaches like light or not. But I just stayed up with my phone flashlight on to protect me, and I guess it worked because I didn't see it. And yeah, ever since then I've just had like a fear of roaches. And it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like I have bad luck or something, because it's usually when I'm alone where weird bugs just like to pop up. My dad thinks I actually go around purposefully looking for bugs. I don't. Like, I'll just be minding my own business and there'll be a roach right there. Sometimes I have to crawl up the stairs on all fours like a dog. Like, don't ask me why. I just do that. And there was a roach like inches away from my face. Like, I just have bad luck with bugs. They just pop up out of nowhere. But anyways, you guys, I have to wrap up this video or else my phone is gonna just stop recording because I have a bunch of crap on my phone. And yeah. Hopefully you guys can relate to this video. And hopefully you guys also like my hair. I bleached it. I also want to dye it purple eventually. I was going to, but I didn't, because I don't know, I just didn't. And yeah, I know this video quality sucks right now, and I know my hair is a mess, but yeah, I just had to talk about it because I had nothing else to do. So yeah, goodbye world.